Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's great to see you all here. We're coming to you live on Facebook with our friends at Congregation Bethel in Missouri City, Sugar Land. And today we're going to discuss way number 24. As we know, later tonight we'll count that, but last night we counted the 23rd day of the Omer. And the 24th way to maximizing pleasure in life is to believe in the wise man. It's in Hebrew, be'emunat chachamim. And that is because we value wisdom. We value wisdom. There's no greater commodity in Judaism than wisdom. King Solomon says that if you desire wisdom like money and buried treasures, then you will find it. You have to search relentlessly for wisdom, and then you'll actually arrive at it. But if a person is not interested in wisdom, then it won't. If a person doesn't seek it, if a person doesn't run after that wisdom, then you won't get it. We have an uninterrupted. We have the power of a direct and uninterrupted transmission from Moshe at Mount Sinai. 3,300 years ago, the Jewish people stood at the foot of Mount Sinai, and we were there. Every single one of us were there, or our souls were there, and we had a direct transmission. That direct transmission has been uninterrupted for 3,300 years. And the Torah that we learn here today has been taught from rabbi to student, all the way to us sitting here in Missouri City, Texas. And that's because we have a direct link. But if I were to start telling you things, and I give sources to the things that I teach, but if I were to just come here and start spewing nonsense, not bringing any sources to any of the things that I'm saying, because just my own conjecture, my own conclusions, my own thoughts, my own whims, that's a very, very dangerous thing. And if you're truly seeking wisdom, you'd say, 1 second, what's the source for that? It means we have to believe in wisdom, but we have to verify that wisdom to ensure that it's coming from a proper source. Right? It's very easy for me to get on a blog and start writing whatever I want to write, or producing emails and sending it out to the community. You can send that about anything you want, but if you want to be serious in Judaism and serious about wisdom, you verify the sources. What's this based on? And it's not an inappropriate question for someone to verify a source, right? Where does it say that? Right? And that way you can have faith in knowing that you're not just being sold a bill of goods. Right? I know I've heard many times over the years people saying different things about Judaism and what it does not represent, based on their own personal wishes of what they wished it was. For example, some people would say that Judaism is all about a pick and choose Judaism. Pick and choose. The truth is that Judaism is not a pick and choose religion, right? What we need to understand about Judaism is not a zero-sum game. It's not. Every person comes from a different place. Every person. Their responsibility is to arrive at their destination. Now, if one person grew up in a religious home, one person grew up in a non-religious home, one person grew up in a kosher home, another person grew up in a non-kosher home, one person grew up in a Shomer Shabbos home, the other person grew up in a non-Shomer Shabbos home. Well, God wants everybody, each one of those people, to take, throughout their lifetime, as many steps as they can possibly take. That's what God wants. God doesn't want anyone to look like the other one. Oh, I want you to be observant like that person. I want you to act like this one. No. Every person has their own their own maximization of their life that they need. The only way to do that is if we take it seriously, and we pursue that wisdom, and we pursue the knowledge of Torah and the actions of Torah. And it's not, and we don't base it on just our own emotions. Well, today I'm in a mood of keeping kosher, so I keep kosher. Well, if I'm committed to something and I know that it's the right thing and I understand its source, right? So it doesn't make a difference if I'm interested or not interested, right? We don't obey the law because we feel like obeying the law. We obey the law because that's the right thing to do, whether we're in the mood or not in the mood, right? We don't say, today I'm not in the mood, so I'll kill people. I'm just not in the mood, right? That's not the way it works. Today I'm in the mood of keeping kosher, so I'll keep kosher. If I'm not in the mood, then I'll just find another excuse of why not to. It's very important that when we have wisdom and we want to be truthful to ourselves, to the Almighty, to our responsibility on planet Earth, is that we verify that wisdom and ensure that it is indeed sourced and that is authentic and that we're not being sold a bill of goods. Anybody can make up things, but to have the truth, that's what the Torah is. The Torah is truth, right? It says Torat emet natan la'amoel, right? God gave us a true Torah, a Torah which from every side you slice it up, it's still true. Okay, so with that, we're going to sign off to our friends from our friends on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to see you all here. And we hope to be sharing with you more videos in the near future. Hopefully way number 25 is tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, everybody.